Good morning, LBHT crew. Good morning, Rogue Nation. How's that? Is that better for you? We're only 2 minutes late today. Okay, for those of y'all keeping score. All right. And we could have started on time, but it just felt too weird to start on time. Felt too weird.
Right.
How y'all doing today, man? Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Who we having here? We got Dr. Kush. Good morning. Good morning. Showing love on both channels. It is what it is.
Iggy.
Showing love on both channels. We got Mr. Black Ice showing love on both channels. Appreciate y'all, man. TC, I saw you yesterday on Purple Rain podcast. Me and B did something in Alex's show. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. I saw TC in there. Good to see you. Good to see you. Who else we got in here? We got Team Ramey. Salute to you. Showing love on both channels.
That's Holly David.
Yes. Rainmaker showing love on both channels. Appreciate that. Salute. Molly Marr.
Hey.
What up? Showing love on both channels. Appreciate that.
Appreciate you.
Good to see you. Point showing love on both channels. Man, they this
y'all know.
They get it. They get it. Appreciate it. Ashley, what's going on, Ashley? Good morning. Also showing love on both channels. I appreciate that.
Appreciate you.
Just Aloe, salute. Good to see you. We got Reese in the house. What's going on, Reese?
Hey.
Also showing love on both channels. Appreciate that. We got Stretch in the house. What's going on, Stretch?
Ooh.
We got Neuropsych Sports. Good morning.
Morning.
Kabashi. Good morning.
Hey.
Morning.
What's good, my guy?
We got Cam Dom. Salute.
Coach
C. What's good? Showing love on both channels. Appreciate that. Brock, what up? Good morning.
Easy.
Oh God, Ty Riggs in the house. What's good, Ty? Says good morning, fellas. Good morning. It's felt like forever. Also, U.S. men's soccer was still trash all along. Yeah, the soccer team, they, you can see the difference you see different in skill in this game, right? Because there are a couple of times where I'm just like, a better team would have made them pay. That one goal that they gave up, I was just like, I know I'm not a soccer guy,
right?
But what's the goalie doing up there? And he didn't even kick the ball. Like he did like a little fake kick. And like he hesitated and he did one of those. I'm gonna kick, but then I kicked the ground, and then the other soccer player just basically ran into him, and then they got like a free goal. It was bad. That was bad. Adelia will definitely mention that on tomorrow's show. Okay, that was bad. Yeah, but whatever. They didn't embarrass themselves in this World Cup, right? They definitely showed some improvement, and I believe they're. I don't think they're old. They're you should have like the same core next time around. So we'll see. We'll see. Imani, good morning. Showing love on both channels. Appreciate that. DDSQ, good morning. Big boy, what up?
Morning.
Good morning. Yes. Kwame, good morning. Showing love on he's showing. I thought he's showing love on both channels. He just made 2 comments, but that's all right. Still love you. He said, "Nah, Belgium's on another level." Yeah, facts. Yeah. I mean, you can see it, right? You can see it, and that's fine. That's okay. Like I said, like USA the men's team didn't embarrass themselves except for that one goal. That was embarrassing. That's a little embarrassing, but that's okay. Congrats to them. Ellis, what's good? Says good morning, good people. Just getting back off vacay. Hey, salute. Nice. Had to recharge to finish this last half of the year strong. If you ever get a chance to go see The Roots with Nas, it's definitely worth it. I've never seen The Roots, and that's one of my favorite groups. I did get to see Nas and Wu-Tang a couple years ago with the OTR crew, OTR Mike, OTR Quan, and OTR Brandon. And I'm not even a concert person. I don't like going to concerts. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. In fact, it was on. It was like in September, I believe. But it was on Nas's birthday. He turned 50. That was dope. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Um, but yeah, Nas and Roots, I would definitely go see that. SV Cam, good morning.
Ooh, good morning. What's up,
Yes.
GR?
Let's see. JR?
GR.
GR?
Right above Kwame in the Belgium.
I missed you, GR. I'm sorry. Grand Rising. Grand Rising.
Grand Rapids.
Good to see you. It's not our game. This is just how I say, not our game. If Belgium starts coming over here and kicking our butts in football, then I'll wear. Well, this is the world football. This is the world football. It's hilarious because we were talking about this a little bit on Purple Rain podcast yesterday, right? We don't realize how insanely popular soccer is. We have no idea how insanely popular this sport is. We have nothing that compares to it, right? It is the most popular sport in the world. And the games, the stories that come up from these games, like Cape Verde, the goalie that made the team. He went from having just a couple thousand followers on Twitter to like 14 million.
Yep.
Right. Alex was telling us about the Norway player Erling Haaland, how he just did a selfie. He took a little selfie and it's got like 30 million likes. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, because everybody knows who he is, except us.
Right.
The rest of the world can sit there and be like, oh yeah, he's a star, Kylian Mbappe, star. And most of us could look at these people like, who's that?
Who?
Right. It's crazy. It's crazy. Excuse me.
What's good?
Made in October. Good morning. Says, does Ronald Stanley get any pressure this year? We talk about him, but not as much as we should. I'm just saying, you know what? Good question.
Oh, that name Ronald.
I know. Hello, Ronald.
Right. That's how you know somebody mad at you.
Yeah, that is a good question. That might be a question for tomorrow. One of our official questions. But you brought it up. This is your show. We'll ask the chat. Is Ronnie Stanley good this year? I say yes. I think a big part of Ronnie Stanley's issues have been he's been trying to play through injury because that other guy, the guy that's out of the bar, he did not handle injuries well. He did not handle injuries well. And it's kind of I think it's kind of understood that he kind of frowned upon players that took too long to come back or whatever. You know what I mean? And even that year with Ronnie Stanley, he played through injuries. He didn't play great. And then when it came time to do a contract, he had to do like that prove it year. Basically he got paid only for the games that he played in. He stayed healthy that year and he played just fine. And he got a new contract. And then, he got an injury and they wanted to play through it instead of just waiting, and it just kind of compounded upon itself. When players are hurt, you gotta let them heal. And it's not his fault that you didn't do a good enough job finding backups, right? Finding people that can fill in for when he needs to take a little break. But I think he's going to be healthy this year. I think they might even be able to lower his snap count a little bit because we can't keep talking about replacing them and not have a replacement, not having guys that show that they can replace them. But I think still he may not be, peak Ronnie Stanley, but I think he'll be pretty good. That's my opinion. What do you think, Hendo?
I mean, listen, He got a good contract for the end of his career. I think he's going to be solid. I don't know what Dwayne Ledford is going to bring to the table as far as coaching him up. If he's truly 100% or at least 90% healthy, he's better than anything else we got to offer on this roster. Like you said, we haven't had a viable backup since we drafted Ronnie Stanley. Like they figured he was just that staple, and we're gonna do. He's gonna be healthy. We brought in some guys that just didn't make it, so he's gonna be okay. And then with, I guess, who they put beside him, because they're looking to move Ioane to right guard, so that means Simpson is gonna be left guard. Yeah.
Why?
Don't know.
Because didn't Vega play left guard?
He played majority of left guard in college. He's played like 200 maybe snaps in college at right guard. But I guess the prevailing thought is John Simpson's limited in what he can do. So you put him where he's strongest. For $30 million, I think you need to play where the hell you can play, like for the money that they're giving you. So Ronnie Stanley, I think he deserves more smoke than he's gotten because he's stolen a lot of money from the team. But if he can prove it this year, we can win a Super Bowl. If we win a Super Bowl this season, everything goes out the window. Like, I don't care what you've done in the past. If I didn't like you before, it doesn't matter. We win a Super Bowl, it's all good with everybody.
Yeah. We can have we probably should have dedicated an entire show to the O-line because we've made very little investment into the O-line. We've made very little investment. We drafted Vega in the first round, and that's about it. I mean, we did draft the right tackle a couple years ago.
Rosengarten?
Yeah, Roger Rosengarten. We got Emory Jones. That's showing some promise, and I hear that they're playing him at tackle. That's what Coach Evans said. So maybe the future is slide Rosengarten over to left tackle, or Emory Jones. Give him a couple of snaps there, see how they hold up. Now I know I think Rosengarten does have experience at left tackle, I believe, in college.
Somewhat, but because Michael Penix is a lefty,
yeah,
the blind side, right. They put him in right for the blind side. So that's how they phrase things. But I don't know. After a strong rookie season, he didn't look good. No. And then you want him to slide to the other side.
I think when you have, those guys play as a unit, and when you have two people in the interior that do not know what they're doing at all, it makes everybody look bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had a good rookie season, but like he's not experienced enough to pick up the slack for Falele. You know what I'm saying? Right. I think with everybody on the same page, I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, I hope so.
But I'm curious to see what they do with Emory Jones because everybody seems to love him. Everybody seems to love him.
I mean, you in the limited snaps, and I think that's where a lot of times we get overly excited when we start seeing tape. Is we see a difference. Like, you saw a different intensity when he came in the game. Those few snaps when he finally got into the season, you saw a different intensity. You saw him like, yo, this is my first time in the NFL. I'm giving it 100%. We saw that energy. We like, yeah, he can do something. And I do think that he's talented enough to make this offensive line better. But where do we slot him in at? Like, where do we put him in? I would put him in at left guard. To be honest with you, John Simpson, I don't think he's that guy. And to further your point about Rosengarten overcompensating for Falele, I think Linderbaum did the same thing. He had to compensate for Falele and Voorhees. So he had to watch out his man, left side, right side.
Yeah.
And amazingly enough, he only gave up 2 sacks the whole season. People want to talk about how many times he got pushed back. All centers get pushed back. All of them do. Even the greatest centers get pushed back. But to have a putrid offensive line, 2 guys that shouldn't have started on any team, and you gave up 2 sacks the whole season?
It cracks me up when people say that. Like, oh, bigger linemen pushing back. What's going to happen to Danny Pinter? like, what's going to happen to him? Right. Okay, some of the better D linemen, handle Linderbaum a little bit. So what? So what? What about the rest of his game? Like, I don't know. But we got some gifts in the
Oh,
chat here. Okay. K-Bar Movement, appreciate that. Get the
salute.
5 lunch break hot take memberships and
Appreciate you.
also 5 road pod memberships. Thank
Appreciate you.
you.
Appreciate
So
you.
everybody that got gifted memberships, man, thank you for that. Really appreciate that.
I do appreciate that.
We got Wayne Drummond who got a membership, Michael Hawthorne,
Nice.
Stretch,
Nice.
Tim Rollins, Megan. Hey,
Hey.
yeah, see Megan in a while. Good to see Megan. Megan is a Seahawks fan, diehard Seahawks fan. Congrats to them, Super Bowl champs. All right. She got a membership. And for Roll Pod, we got Pete in the World. Got a membership. Wayne Drummond, Jonathan Hart, MK, and B Dub.
Nice.
So congratulations to y'all. And make sure you show K-Bar some love, man. Really appreciate that.
Indeed.
It's our guy, Stillmatic. You know, Still, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. He says, how many interceptions does Lamar have from week 1 to week 6? Okay. I'm going to answer this question. I know you're throwing some shade, but I'm going to answer this question. I'm going to say 2. We had 2 interceptions from week 1 to week 6. And listen, yes, we're Lamar fans, we're Ravens fans, but the schedule is pretty light early on. You may not know that for us. The schedule is pretty light. I think he's going to have a really good. He's going to have an awesome season. In fact, this ties into our first question that I made a graphic for.
Can I answer the question now? I want to answer the question.
Yeah.
He's going to have as many interceptions as Aaron Rodgers has wives currently.
Oh, wait. Let's not jump ahead. No.
Okay.
Let's not jump ahead.
I'm sorry. You know, I just see him and I get excited. I'm just like, oh, okay. You want to talk quarterbacks? Let's do this.
You mean one and only?
Okay.
First question: are we about to see the best version of Lamar Jackson? Okay, because he's in a new offense. Declan Doyle is a first time. We forget this. He's a first time, well, not first time offensive coordinator, but first time calling plays. He's extremely young. Not a lot. I mean, he has experience, but not at this level. But the feeling about him is good. And again, we're going off of what players are saying. Everybody is saying. I haven't heard players talk about a coach like this. Lamar's been in the league coming up 9 years. You even got Mark Andrews talking about how scary he's gonna look in this offense. I haven't. I'm just saying though, like, we've had a few offensive coordinators here for Lamar Jackson. 3 really, right? Morningwig, Giro, and Munkin. And I haven't heard Lamar Jackson talk about any of those guys the way he talks about Declan Doyle and the rest of the team. So I feel like this is going to be a big year, and just a little bit that we've seen him coach the team up in practice. I love it. I love when a coach knows the game so well. Because this reminds me of Belichick. Belichick used to tell his guys, look, when the ball snapped, you stand right here. You know what I'm saying? You stand this hash right here. You know what I'm saying? Like he can see the whole game, how it's going to play out. And I feel like Declan Doyle has got that command of the game as well, got that knowledge of the game. So I think this is going to be one of his best years.
I think this will be his best year of his career. I'm looking at Lamar for a guy that they said couldn't play quarterback. I'm looking for him to get his first 5,000 yard passing career. I think that every year we've talked about this before. 2019, new offensive coordinator, MVP. 2023, new offensive coordinator, MVP. Every time he gets a new offensive coordinator and they add more wrinkles, when the league has something they never seen from Lamar before, they can't stop it. And then you bring in an offensive coordinator who's as detailed as Doyle is, because he's right there, tell them everything they want to do. We won't have this confusion. Even in Lamar's unanimous MVP season, the offense had problems where guys didn't know where to line up. Mark Andrews was always in somebody else's area, not knowing where to go. So now you have an offense that's running like a well-oiled machine. Everybody knows their job. And for the most part, like you said, they're gushing about this offense. They're saying it's an attacking offense. So they're not going out there with John Harbaugh, or the guy we not going to talk about, trying to not lose a game. They're going out there to try to win a game and put up as many points as possible, be the aggressor. So with that being said, and maybe running Derrick Henry a little bit less, maybe we transform from a running team to an actual passing team. Because you got to think, Lamar passed for 4,000 yards. We were still a running team. We ran for 3,000 yards. So now if we become a passing team, listen, sky's the limit. And yes, Doyle is in his first year calling plays, but we tend to forget that Joe Lombardi was brought in to help him with these situations. And I know some people are going to say, well, Joe Lombardi wasn't that great at all. It's not about him being great. It's about him lending his experience as far as play calls, as far as adjustments in games. Doyle's going to do what he wants to do, but he's going to have somebody on the side telling him, hey, look out for this. These are their tendencies, certain things. So I think that with the experience they had in the building, everything is going to be okay. We tend to forget, because a lot of Ravens fans don't watch other football. There have been coordinators in their first years throughout the league that have tore up the league. And me personally, I've been asking for this for years. I've been asking for a coordinator that was not in his 60s and 70s. I wanted somebody young and innovative. And now that we've gotten him, I'm not going to question him. I'm going to have all the faith in the world that he's going to go out there and show this new style of offense, and Lamar is going to tear this league up. And the crazy part is he may only run for 400 yards.
And that would be dangerous. Speaking of Purple Rain Podcast, look who's here. Oh. Sutton is here. It says, I made the live morning, gentlemen. Hey, make sure y'all subscribe to Purple Rain Podcast. Like I said earlier, me and Bradley did this show last night. It was a lot of fun. I appreciate you having us on, man.
And bad on y'all for that.
Huh?
Bad on y'all for that. Because
for what?
Because Bradley was telling me, he was like, y'all were doing a show yesterday. And I think it was like 8 o'clock. I'm looking for the show. I'm like, where the show at? Oh, they done.
Oh, yeah. It because it started at 6:30. Started at 6:30. Went from 6:30 to 7:30.
That's impossible. That's impossible because your co-host, he and I are at work at 6:30. So that's damn near impossible that he did that then. I'm tired of carrying Bradley's weight. I'm tired.
I told Sutton, I was like, I don't know if B is gonna be here or not. He's supposed to be working, but sometimes he gets off early. I don't know, but he was there.
Hey, I'm looking for it. I'm like, where is that?
Yeah. But yes, okay. Type 1 for yes, 2 for no. That's how you vote in this poll. Is this Lamar's best year? That's what we're asking. Is this Lamar's best year? Type 1 for yes, 2 for no. And listen, Lamar's had 3 MVP seasons, right? He's only been rewarded for 2, but he's had 3 MVP seasons. So that is a pretty high standard. But like you said, Hendo, I think he's going to run less. I think they're going to run the play action a lot more. Right? I think that's going to open up the whole entire field. I know Sutton was saying yesterday that he still believes they're going to be a run team because we got Derrick Henry there. And I don't think we're going to abandon the run. I think we're going to just dominate, through the air and on the ground. I think we'll be a run team, more so leaning on Derrick Henry and not necessarily Lamar's legs. He'll still use them, obviously. It's still a weapon. But, that 900 yards, the 1,000 yards, the 1,200 yards, that stuff is done with, hopefully. Hopefully, and we're going to utilize our wide receivers a whole lot more. The game's going to look easy for him, I think. The game's gonna look easy as long as the O-line holds up.
Facts. And another thing that I think we're overlooking is because in the past it's been talked about, but of course they lied about it, is Lamar being under center more. Like that's gonna help, especially with him taking those handoffs, taking those snaps, and turning his back to the defense. Now they're not gonna know. Is he handing it off? Is it a play action fit? Like they don't know what's gonna happen with him being under center more. That's something that Monken talked about doing a lot, but they didn't actually do it. So I think that's gonna make Lamar even more effective coming up this season. Just different formations, especially us going 3 wide, 4 wide. Like the offensive possibilities are endless, especially with the collection of wide receivers they're trying to bring in. You know, I did a video last night, shameless plug, and
dope video. Check it out.
Appreciate it. And ask the question: is Elijah Surratt going to be the new Anquan Bolden? Maybe not this season, maybe not in the beginning, but he's an experienced wide receiver. So now we have that guy that can get those tough yards. He can go over the middle. We got Zay doing Zay things, and hopefully he's going to run straight forward when he catches the ball. If we get anything from Bateman, and then maybe bringing it in a Stephon Diggs, a Tyreek Hill, a Keenan Allen, somebody else, just in case. You know what I mean? Tez Walker off the bench, Jacoby Lane catching phase down. Like we have an offense that can be really, really explosive. And if we can find that complement behind Derrick Henry to maybe not put so much wear and tear on him, because he's no longer, I don't care what y'all say, he's no longer a 300 carry a year running back. We don't want that. We don't want to see him carrying the ball that many times, because when we get to the playoffs, we finally have a head coach that I think is going to run the ball when we need to and not say, hey, we ran the ball 6 times. I ain't know. Maybe next year.
Yeah, facts. YT on YT says, random question, chat. Do you think Lamar still gets robbed of his MV3 if he's with 0 or 1 interceptions that year? Those interceptions weren't Lamar's fault either. Yeah, because he had like 4 that year. All right. I don't think they rob him again. I think that got called out enough times to where they don't they don't do that again. Like it was a narrative that the media ran with, and it went too far, and it got Josh Allen the MVP that he shouldn't have gotten.
I think he still would have got robbed. He still would have got robbed. Even 1 or 0 interceptions, he still would have gotten robbed, because looking throughout the history.
He's asking if he's talking about that year, would he have still gotten robbed? Oh, I thought he was talking about this year. Does he get robbed again? Okay. He would have gotten robbed no matter what. Like the narrative was to give Josh Allen that MVP.
Facts. Nobody in history, 103 years of the NFL, no one has ever thrown for 40 plus touchdowns and less than 5 interceptions. Lamar is the only quarterback to accomplish this feat. And in a season where he did that, and on top of that, ran for 915 yards, they decided to give the 13th rated passer the MVP. 13th.
Yeah.
Not even top 10.
Had the third highest QB rating in the history of the NFL. Ever. A season that would go down for the ages, and they gave it to Josh Allen because they was like, who was he playing with? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, they would have found a way to rob him, because when you have guys on the payroll like your boy Orlovsky, giving away his votes, even though he voted for him to be All Pro. Your man got no All Pro votes, but he won MVP. It's crazy work. And then you got the Acho boy up there doing his tap dancing thing. Like it was the fix was in from the beginning, because it was all season long and all for the past couple of years. All you keep hearing is Josh Allen, poor Josh Allen. Like, oh man, he deserves this, he deserves that. And even for Buffalo Bills fans that want to come in and talk about what Lamar deserves and what he didn't deserve, all of those years when they said Lamar didn't deserve the MVP or be in consideration for the award, Josh Allen wasn't even top 3. So you making all of these clamors about Lamar, your man ain't even in the top 3. So even if Lamar didn't win it, it wasn't going to Josh Allen. But yet and still, the narrative has always been, he's come so close. He's played so well in the playoffs. He has the best postseason stats outside of Patrick Mahomes, and he hasn't gotten a title. So let's give him this DEI award and prop him up. You know, like we knew what it was. When we didn't see Lamar at the ceremony and Josh Allen's family was there, we knew what it was going to be.
Well, I love like because I remember we did the video talking about how Lamar got robbed, and Bills fans are all in the comments. Well, what happened in the playoffs?
Right.
Yeah, we're talking about regular season award.
Facts.
And what happened in the regular season?
Facts.
Your man got destroyed.
Hmm.
Destroyed.
Right.
All right.
Right. and that's the one thing that I know about Emmanuel Acho is that he always talks about, and he, in years past, he's talked about head-to-head matchups. He was like, when an MVP or a certain awards race is really close, I look at head-to-head matchups. But for some reason, he skipped that matchup when they beat them the hell down. He skipped the fact that the Houston Texans and I think it was the Patriots, somebody held your man without a touchdown and a bunch of interceptions. Like, he had some trash games.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Like, people forget. Like, I remember all of that season, bro. I remember because they were at one point before they played us, they were undefeated, and it's like, oh, he the greatest thing. But then after that, you know, but it is what it is. We're on to 2026, and I think that Lamar is going to get that third MVP. Now, the question is going to be, do we want Lamar to get that third MVP? Because now that adds more pressure. That adds more pressure to him because he's already the first multi MVP winner to not have a Super Bowl title. And if he gets a third one, that might put a little bit more pressure on his shoulders.
Yeah, I think Sutton says, I think we'll run a lot between the 20s and Lamar will get a lot of red zone touchdown passes. Do you think he'll get 50? Do you think he'll get 50? Ooh. So I think yes, I want him to get that third MVP because the narrative is always going to be there with Lamar if he doesn't get the Super Bowl. Like, he can, like, it doesn't matter what he does from here on out. Like the media is a Lamar Jackson market, and they're going to talk about him no matter. He wins the Super Bowl, they're going to talk about him.
Of course.
They're like, well, he's not. You know, he only has one. You know, Tom Brady has 6. You know, Peyton Manning has 2. He needs another one. They're always going to raise the bar no matter what. They're always going to put pressure on him no matter what. Right. I want him to collect as many rings, as many awards as possible while he's playing. Right? Like, we desperately want him to get that Super Bowl to validate everything. But man, get another MVP. You know, and I feel confident that he will get at least one Super Bowl before his career is done. I feel like he'll get. I honestly feel like he'll get at least 2.
I hope so. And listen, easy. No, I did not go to Hill. I go to school with any of North Avenue's members. They used to be Drew Hill, now they're North Avenue, but I didn't go to school with any of them. They are younger. So,
didn't you ask this question on the LBHTShow last week? Somebody asked us if me and Bean went to school with Drew Hill. I'm like, no, man, we ain't grow up in Baltimore.
Yeah, they did. They did ask that question.
Yeah,
and then I was like, ask me. I'm old.
Did we I don't know, like we missing something? Drew Hill talking about us, something? I don't know. Maybe on social media, like, yo, them boys, man. I watched this show, or shout out to them. I don't know. Maybe I missed something.
If they do, apologies then. I mean, Drew Hill.
Yes, he did ask that question. Yeah. Sutton says, I don't know about 50, but Vegas has a line at 22.5 touchdown passes this season, and I'll be hammering the over. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Just how it says in 23, Brock Purdy was going to win MVP, even though McCaffrey was top 5 in votes. But with Lamar, they said Derrick Henry was too much help for Lamar to win. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's always going to be a narrative. It's always going to be a narrative when it comes to him. They don't want Lamar being the face of the NFL. Like, they don't, like, how can they in this time and age want to push a guy who's his own agent? He has no agent. They have no insight to him, and he doesn't give a damn what anybody thinks about him. He speaks his language. He does what he wants to do. He doesn't want to do a whole bunch of commercials. He doesn't want to sit up there and be the spokesperson for the NFL. Like, they don't like that because he can't be controlled. So they're trying to hold him down and put him in his place, even though they tried to say, hey, try wide receiver. See if you can be a running back. Do all of these things. And he was like, no, I'm a quarterback. And that's all I'm doing. And he's proven to be the best quarterback from the 2018 class, even though he was the last one taken. So,
facts. There we go. Cousin Davon says, my bro and sis-in-law went to Mervo with Drew Hill. See?
There you go.
We had somebody in chat that knows, that somewhat knows them.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. And they worked down the fudgery because they used to make fudge and sing.
Yeah.
Down at the harbor.
Story. Is that place still there?
I don't know. The harbor's so different now.
Yeah.
So,
I drive by it all the time, but I don't never like go down there. You know?
I go. It's a vegan restaurant down there, so sometimes I'll stop there.
That's what's up. YT says somehow Lamar's getting his third MVP will only piss me off more because it should have been fourth. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. People talk about the 41 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and forget he damn near ran for 1,000 yards in 2024. Facts.
And he could have, if he wanted to, he could have gotten 1,000 yards. But he's like, for what? What's the purpose?
Yeah. At this point, like he understands, like it's about winning rings, and I think everybody on this team understands, what the goal is. Everybody understands, and you're going to see that performance in the postseason. You're going to get everybody's best. The only thing that could derail it is the O-line. Like you have to have an O-line. You have to protect. We saw, like I said, like it's not like we don't know what happens if we don't protect. It's not like we don't understand what this team looks like if we don't protect. Like they better have this figured out.
2021, 2022, 2025. We've seen it up front. Seen it. Close and personal. We saw Lamar getting beat down and those injuries take a toll later in the season. People think that it's just that one incident where he got hurt. No, it was a collection of him getting hit over and over throughout the season, especially in 2022. We Eric DeCosta still hadn't learned his lesson, and we're still talking about what if, maybe. Let's just see if the guy can play. No, let's not just see if the guy can play. We are in a Super Bowl window. We're not a rebuilding franchise. We have a new head coach. We're going in a new direction, but we're not rebuilding. So why are we talking about what if? How come?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
All right, before we get to the next question, there's 130 people watching. Appreciate that.
Appreciate y'all.
Make sure you hit that like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button on both channels. We got Lunch Break Hot Take here. We got Rogue Pod right over there. All right, so subscribe to both. And look, I got a little announcement for y'all, just for y'all. All right, don't make it a big thing yet. All right, but if you go over to LBHTShow.com, this isn't an official launch. This is an unofficial launch, but because y'all hanging out with us so early, I'm going to tell y'all you can be some of the first ones to sign up. The memberships for the channel are somewhat live. All right, memberships are free. And we sign up to be a member, you get access to our Pick'em League. Okay, that's where the Pick'em League is. It's in the membership dashboard. You can go to the website. In fact, let me see if I can share it. I'll show y'all real quick. I'm gonna show y'all. I just want to make sure this works for me. All right, y'all see that? Right over here, membership dashboard. You go to the site, you click on it, and once you sign in, you got to sign up for an account. Once you sign in, that's what this will take you. You get all that right there. All right, looking clean. And then you just go over here, you make your picks. All right, and I made my picks because I was testing it. And you might see some weird stuff early on because it's in July and I'm still running some tests. I got to make sure everything works for the start of the season. But it's simple as that. You go in here, you make your picks, and then go down to the bottom, tiebreaker score, submit your picks. Boom. All right. And then every week, the picks will be graded and the leaderboard will be updated. Yeah. All right.
See if you can beat us.
See if you can beat us. And then you get badges as well, right? Everybody, the first 50 people or so, I might do 75. We'll see. 50 to 75 people The first people that sign up will get the founding member badge. Okay, that's going to be a limited badge. Okay, so that's something for y'all to check out. Go over there, lbhtshow.com, and sign up. It's free. It's free. All right. Can you beat the experts? Can you beat the experts?
And it's directly to you, world class. And yes, Dave, no need for ESPN app. Listen, what Jose's got going on, you ain't gonna need to go to no other app.
No, you won't.
One-stop shop right here.
Yeah. Tori, what's good?
Hey, what's good?
Good to see you. Meat Mansion. What is up? So Eric DaCosta and Harbaugh purposely had Lamar out there with subpar O-line saying, "Dance, monkey, dance." Yeah, damn well they were doing it on purpose. It feels like that. Right. It feels like that, right? It's definitely one of those blind spots because of his athletic talent, and like I said, I call it the black quarterback treatment. It always seems to be that way for black quarterbacks, not named Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts gets everything. But and Pat Mahomes, like people are starting to understand now, but they still had that old school mentality. That's a carryover from that old way of thinking that we don't have to protect black quarterbacks because they can use their legs to get out of trouble and all that nonsense. And all you're doing is just making your team worse because of it. And you don't even have one of those stellar defenses to make it up. That's what's really killing it. It's you're not giving Lamar nearly enough to work with, and he's still making it work. But the defense is not holding up their end. Even when we were with the top defense in the league, they're not holding up their end in the playoffs. Because what do you need in the playoffs? Turnovers. What do they not get in the playoffs? Turnovers. All right. If we're going to put that much emphasis on the defense, they need to do their job. Right? Turnovers, key stops. I don't care if we held the Chiefs to 20 points. Not enough. Not enough. If we only score 17, they need to be held to 16. That if you want to be that defense, that's what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
TC, thank you for the super chat.
Appreciate it.
No comment, just showing some love. Appreciate that. They want to give light-skinned QBs everything. All right, second question. Did the Ravens finally fix their pass rush? Did they finally fix it? Okay, we got Mike Green, who's a top 10 talent. We got him as a bargain in the second round. Okay, he told everybody himself. You heard it out of his own mouth. Man, coaching didn't get me right last year. Okay, they had me playing out of position. This year, I'm going to be playing alongside Trey Hendrickson. Watch out. Okay, there's Trey Hendrickson right there. We signed Trey Hendrickson. Another $100 million contract. He can get after the quarterback. He can't get after the running back, but he can get after the quarterback. Is this it? I mean, is this the year? And then you get this from Kobe. Shout out to Kobe for the super chat. They appreciate you. Says, what's EDC excuse for not being like the Rams as a team?
Don't you start.
He's actually addressed that before. He basically said, hey, every team does it their way, whatever. We don't do it that way, which is not a good answer.
That's the Kobe. Don't you start. Don't you do it. Because when they started doing it, Ravens fans were all up in arms talking about something. This ain't Madden. You can't sign everybody. You can't spend this money. It's going to derail your franchise. You're going to go into poverty mode. You're going to do all of these things. And the Rams have been to Super Bowls and are still relevant now and probably about to go back to another one. So
they keep saying they mortgage their future. I just want to know when the bad times happen for them.
Listen, I want to know when that foreclosure coming. It ain't.
XXTXTXTXX. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Appreciate that, man. Y'all showing a lot of love this offseason. Really appreciate that. Reg T got a
Reg.
membership. Famous guy. Shiro Hayabusa and Just Move It
I got
and
to move
Will
it.
Shade all became sponsors. So
Appreciate it.
show X some love. Thank you so much. Appreciate
Appreciate
that.
it.
Appreciate it. Okay. Uh, did they fix the pass rush, Hendo?
They've addressed it. It's kind of, it's hard to say. Like, we have so many questions. Is Mike Green gonna take that leap in the second year? He said, like you said, he said it so. He said last year they were just trying to hold ground. This year they're gonna attack. They're actually gonna go after the quarterback instead of trying to contain. Instead of having him drop back in coverage, they're gonna have him rush the passer. And more importantly, he's not gonna have to play as many snaps as a young guy, just trying to find his footing in the league. Then you bring in Zion Young, hopefully, he is not counted on, but he can progress a little bit. Then you bring in Trey Hendrickson. The question is, does he still have it? 2 years, 17 and a half sacks. Then you get the core muscle injury. Is Matabike going to return to the team? Is Matabike going to be the Matabike that we've come to expect him? Is the guy that we gave $100 million to? Have they fixed it? I can't say. We have to answer those questions first, but we have addressed it. We've tried to do some things. It's not over. We still waiting to see what may happen with Jadeveon Clowney. Like, I think it's going to be. It has to be better. We only had 30 sacks last season. Way too low. Way too low. So I think that there's no way with what they've done and just bringing in Jesse Minter, given his input and his experience and what he's done with the Chargers, bringing back Anthony Weaver, just those two coaches alone, I think gives them 10 more sacks. So at the very least, we get 40 sacks. But with the talent, if Trey can be Trey Hendrickson, I don't need him to be 17 and a half Trey. If he's 12 Trey, 11 Trey, we good.
Yeah. Type 1 in the chat for yes, 2 in the chat for no. Did the Ravens fix the pass rush? I think yes, and it's not because they got Trey Hendrickson. I think it's because, like you mentioned, Jesse Minter's there, Anthony Weaver's there, and I think they know how to scheme the defense a lot better, obviously than Zach Orr and that whole coaching staff, and they were going to get better pass rush regardless. I am of the belief we didn't need to get Trey Hendrickson. And this is not shade of Trey Hendrickson. I think he's a good player. I would have rather have re-signed Owe. I know we traded him away. We traded him to the Chargers, where he played under Jesse Minter, where he proceeded to get 10 sacks, including the playoffs, right? Why not bring him back? Why not have him go right back to the person that knows exactly how to use him? He's entering his prime. He's not leaving his prime, and he can also play the run. This is the version of Owe that we were waiting to see. We knew when we drafted him, we knew he was a work in progress, right? Why not? Why not bring him back? But even without that, I felt like even if we didn't get Trey Henderson, we didn't get Max Crosby, I felt like this pass rush was going to be all right.
Yeah, 100%. And you saved $20 million.
Being a new member, thank you.
And you saved $20 million. Like, Owe only signed for $100 million, and he's younger. And like you said, he knows Jesse Minter's defense. He knows Baltimore. He knows his teammates. So just those things with the continuity factor of it, like, you bring him in less money. He's younger. Trey is going to be 32 years old when the season starts. And that's not to say that he's going to be on a decline or anything, but you have more prime seasons with Owe than you possibly will with Trey Hendrickson. And we're going to be looking at this 3 years down the line, talking about we wish we had more money for an offensive line, because we're paying these defenders all of this money. Like,
yeah. Ty, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Says scheme alone fixes pass rush problem. I agree.
It helps.
Yeah. Reg T says Odafe always signed a 4-year, $96 million base contract. Yep.
That man has 7 sacks in 12 games.
He said, Kwame said, did you see how much Owe got paid? He's trash. He's trash?
I won't say he's trash.
He had 10 sacks the year before. He had 7 in regular season, 3 in the postseason. I mean, what do our guys have? Is Mike Green trash? Like, what are we talking about? He's not trash.
Look, he didn't have 3. He didn't have 3. He didn't have 3 in the postseason. He had 3 in one game. Like,
3 in 1. Yeah,
one game. Last person to do that for the Ravens, Terrell Suggs in 2011. So we haven't seen 3 sacks in a playoff game in a very long time. So I'd welcome that over here.
Yeah. Thank you, Ty, for the super chat. Says look good on paper. We're gonna have to see them play.
100%.
Yeah. Correction. Zach Orr, Basura. That's right, Davon. They got Trey as here, damn player on the fan base.
Yeah, that's kind of like the makeup call.
Yeah,
that was a makeup call.
You go. You know, we talk about who's got pressure. Trey Henderson's got some pressure on him. Trey, even though it's funny, we know Trey Henderson isn't a run defender. But let him whiff on some tackles. Let him miss a couple of tackles. Let him not steal the edge or something like that. And he's going to hear it.
Yep.
He's going to hear it. But he better do his job and get to the quarterback. That's all I know. Stress says how long it took Owe to do that. You got to give Mike Green time and Zion Young. It took Owe, I think Mike Green and Zion Young were a little more polished than Owe. Owe didn't have that much playing experience, if I remember, right? He had that much playing experience. So, like, when we drafted him, we knew, like, he was going to be a work in progress. He was just super athletic. That's why he went in the first round. He shouldn't have, all right? For that very reason why we were talking about him now, because it took him a little while to get things going. But I expect more from Mike Green. Like, I expect more. You know what I'm saying? Mike Green, everybody looked at Mike Green and said if it wasn't for some off the field questions, the allegations, right? He would have been a top 10 pick. So I need to see that. You know, Zion Young is somebody that needs a little polish, but he's got the want to for sure.
Yeah, as far as an edge setter and run defender, yeah, he's great at that. So he's gonna pick up for the deficiencies that Trey Hendrickson has. It's just developing him into a pass rusher and possibly get more sacks. He had a career high 6.5 last season in college, so that's 6.5 more than Owe had his last year at Penn State. So
facts.
We'll see.
OG Sean says, according to other fan bases, Mike Green is trash. Hey man, they're looking at the stat sheet. They're like, yo, my man only had what, 1, 2 sacks?
3.5.
Yeah, 3.5. Yeah, that ain't scaring anybody. Here go the names already. Trash Henderson. Right. He didn't even take a snap yet. I don't think he's gonna be trash. I don't think he's gonna be trash. Don't get twisted. When I say we didn't need to sign him, that's not a slight at him. It's not a dig at him. I'm just saying. I'm saying we have young talent here. We have a coaching staff that knows how to put players in a position to be successful. I think would have been fine without Trey Henderson, but he's here, and I think he's going to be effective. And I do think the pass rush overall is going to perform. Away from the EDC tradition of drafting Nigerians that just started playing football.
Facts. Hasn't worked out yet.
Man, you know how I wanted them to get. Speaking of Nigerians, I wanted them to get that guy Uar Bernard. He went to the Eagles. He has like 2 months of football experience, but that man, his measurables are off the chain. He's like 330 pounds of solid muscle. He's got like 1% body fat. You know, he's got a crazy vertical. his 40 is like a 4.7, something like that. He's a D tackle. I was like, yeah, get him.
Yeah.
Just because the Eagles got him, I know he's going to be a beast.
Probably.
All right. Okay. So the overwhelming majority thinks the pass rush is fixed. All right. They think it's fixed. Yeah. And yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree with that. Kwame says, I have a feeling that Bernard guy will make his way here at some point. Oh, you think he doesn't work out for the Eagles? I think, I mean, listen, the likelihood is he doesn't work out at all. That's the likelihood. He went undrafted, but just knowing the Eagles, like, bad teams stay bad and winning teams stay winning, it seems like, right? Like, just knowing the Eagles, they got a gem there. They're gonna let him sit there for a couple years while he's learning the game, and they'll have him do specific things out there, and he'll just go out there and dominate.
Yep.
As soon as he's cut, EDC would get him. I wouldn't even be mad, to be honest. I wouldn't even be mad. If he got cut, let me ask y'all this. If he got cut today, we know this guy, Uar Bernard, who has about 6 or 7 months of actual football experience.
Mm-hmm.
He needs time to develop. If he did not make the Eagles roster and we decided to pick him up and put him on a practice squad and said, we're going to find a way to stash him for a couple years, would you be mad at that?
Oh no, we do that. They have the international player exemption, and they could put him on that, and they would use that. And that's right, Jay Vision. We don't need Hendrickson, but hey, if he can get us 17 sacks.
Yeah, we definitely didn't. Look, Max Crosby's a different level. I didn't like that trade either. Yeah, because think about it. If we made that trade, we don't have Wenger here. What's this O-line look like? I will tell you what this O-line looks like. They're selling us on Voorhees being better this year. They're selling us on, Emory Jones can fill that spot, and we would go along with it, even though they like Emory Jones better at tackle than guard. Right? Yeah. That's what we be saying right now. So, I didn't like I didn't like that we made that trade. I'm glad I didn't like how things went down for Max Crosby. I feel bad for him, but I'm glad we got our guy in the first round. X says we'll love pass rush too. Add Clowney. Just saying. Sutton, you still here? Sutton brought this up yesterday on Purple Rain podcast. I don't know how much Clowney has left in the tank.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't object to bringing him in, right? Mm-hmm. This isn't an either or thing, but Sutton made it an either or thing yesterday. He said, he said Clowney. Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. I can't put that on. I cannot put that on Sutton. He was just asking the question. I think Alex asked that. Would you rather have Clowney or Stephon Diggs? My man said Clowney. I get we want to have more pass rush. We want to make sure the pass rush is solidified. But why don't we have that same sense of urgency for the offense? There's only one wide receiver in that room that is proven. Okay. I don't want to hear about Rashad Bateman 900 or 800 yards season. Like, that's not enough for a first round pick. Okay. It's not enough. Stephon Diggs is legit.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want about his off the field antics, and I agree with you 100%. But on the field, we know what it is.
Right.
Clowney, I don't know what he has left in the tank, but like I said, it's not an either or thing. You can do both. Mm-hmm. If they decided to sign Clowney, I wouldn't be mad at that. Right.
I'm going both, and I would love to add Clowney. Like, people can talk about what he has left in the tank. He's a little bit on the older side, but last season with the Cowboys, he had 8.5 sacks. but actually he tied, I think, for the highest pass rush win rate of his career. So for the
Yeah,
snaps that he was actually on the field, he was actually more productive than he has been at any other time in his career. So I think
nice.
coming into a Jesse Minter defense with the pieces around him and him not having to be the focal point, I think that Clowney can do some things with us. But also, like you just said, we also need to find another wide receiver that we know can do some damage. Yes, Bateman has the potential to do damage. Tez Walker, we think that he's going to become one of those wide receivers that's going to do good things, but we don't know. We could talk about the 3 touchdowns and 6 catches, but we also need to talk about the drops, the him being out of position, not knowing his routes. So we need to bring in somebody while they still develop that can come in and take the weight off of Zay Flowers, because Mark Andrews ain't going to do it. Like we can't expect Mark Andrews, who's mad and all whatever the hell he's talking about. He said the same thing after the drop. He was coming back with a vengeance last season and did diddly squat. So we
Yeah,
need a proven wide receiver to take the heat off of Zay. Imagine what Zay can do when they're not knowing that he's going to be the only one getting the ball. If they're not focused on him in the passing game, and we can spread things. If Lamar can spread the ball around and defenses don't know where he's actually going, that 5,050 50 touchdown season, easy. But we need more help offensively, because we can sit here and continuously talk about bringing in another defender, bringing in another guy to help out a defense that is stacked technically at every level. Maybe
yeah,
except for defensive line, you can argue on that one, but they're stacked on every level, and we're still talking about adding more. But yet, still, when it comes to Lamar, it's like fend for yourself. Do what you can do, make magic happen, and we'll see where we go.
yeah. Jay Vision says we have too many receivers that have to get looked at. That's why I don't see them bringing in a wide receiver until after training camp or first 4 weeks of the regular season. Yeah, I don't disagree with that, but that's also the problem I have with their evaluation, right? Um, yeah, you can look at those receivers while you still bring in guys that you know can play, right? That should not stop you from bringing in guys that you know that can play. Just because you drafted a bunch of guys, you got some young guys that you want to look at. Well, they haven't proven themselves, and we're in our window to win the Super Bowl. I want guys that I know can play, which is exactly why you know you guys want Clowney here, because you know he can play, right? You don't want to wait on. If you knew Mike Green was that guy, you would not be saying we need pass rush. You would just be saying Mike Green, Trey Henderson, win. Everybody can get in where they fit in, right? That's what you'd be saying. If you knew Zion Young could play, you'd be like, yeah, we good here. But because you're not quite sure and you don't want to risk it, let's bring in some insurance. Don't disagree with that. I do not disagree with that. Same thing on the offense. We need the same thing for wide receivers. We got a bunch of question marks, a lot of hopefuls, a lot of people that we feel good about, but there's only one sure thing there, and that's Zay Flowers.
Yeah, and listen, I get what you're saying, but 5,000 yards, it's a lot of yards to go around. They'll get looked at. They'll get looked at in practice. They'll get looked at in walkthrough. They'll get looked at all the time. But like you said, Jose, we don't say that about cornerbacks. We have a bevy of cornerbacks, but we're still talking about, I'm not sold on this room. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of cornerbacks to get a lot of young guys to get looked at, but we need to bring in somebody with experience. It works for the cornerbacks, but it never works for the wide receivers. Yes, we want those young guys to come in and thrive. This is the problem that we have with Zion Young. This is the problem that we have with Mike Green. We expect too much out of these young guys to come into a veteran-laced organization and put too much pressure and weight on their shoulders to be part of the reason that we win a championship. No, they should just add to it collectively and get better as the years go on. That's why you bring in a veteran. I think Stephon Diggs can shoulder being number 2, pseudo number 1. Yeah. We don't know if Surratt or if Lane, given a playoff pressure situation, if they have it in them now to be that guy when we need them to. Will they be down the line? Possibly so, but right now they're still rookies, and there's too much of an expectation for them to come in and save the wide receiver room. No, let them grow into it. This is why we have a lot of issues with a lot of these young guys. We had the same issue with Owe, same issue with Ojabo. We put too much expectation on them, and when they didn't live up to it, we turned on them. Ran them out of town. It was like they're no good. We're talking about Lane and all them talking what we think they could be. If they don't perform this year, if we give them that opportunity to be the ones to get all the looks and the targets and they don't perform, y'all guys are going to make nicknames out of them. You know what I mean?
Facts.
He gonna be
Facts.
Jacoby Fane or something. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just gonna
Yeah,
start
yeah.
calling him something else. You know what I mean? Like
Jacoby Lame.
you're right, exactly. So let's let these young guys grow into a situation. Bring in a veteran because right now we're trying to win a Super Bowl. I'm not about coddling anybody's ego right now. I couldn't care less about how somebody feels about their targets, their playing time. I want Lamar to get a Super Bowl. If that means
Thanks.
that we have to just put some guys on the back burner for a year to bring in a rental, if Stephon Diggs and Tyreek Hill come in for a year, that's not going to stunt their growth. Because if they're the players that we think that they're going to be, this is their learning year. Bring in guys that we know. Bring guys that we know can help Lamar get that title. For too many years, we saw the Seth Roberts, the Willie Sneeze, the Deshaun Jacksons, the Des Bryants. We've too many years we went with that talking about, yeah, they're gonna be good, and they weren't. And we had no viable backup. So I just think that we just need to bring in somebody because it's not stunting anybody's growth. If you're good, you're good. I've watched the Pittsburgh Steelers draft 6th-round wide receivers for years, and all of them were good at the same time. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Like, nobody was like, oh, well, they got Emmanuel Sanders, so that Antonio Brown ain't going to be shit. Oh, Mike Wallace. You know what I'm saying? All of them did what they had to do because they were good football players, and they had good coaching.
I'm glad you mentioned the Steelers there. We got our friend Steelmatic here with the perfect timing. Okay. Says they still won't beat Pittsburgh. Still, I'm glad you're still here. I'm glad you're still with us because this will segue right into our third and final question. Is she real? Is she real? Okay. This weighed heavy on my mind yesterday when our guy Kobe exposed in the chat that A-Rod in fact has an AI wife. AI wife. Okay. I was not privy to this information prior to yesterday. I had no idea that Aaron Rodgers was married to somebody that no one has ever seen other than Aaron Rodgers. And he said she's black. Okay. So this picture right here is just, she's light skinned. Okay. She's light skinned.
Mixed.
Listen. I did some digging, and he's all I've seen was there was an interview he did on. This makes it even worse. This does not help him. He was on Joe Rogan, and he's talking about how he likes she likes to keep a private life, and he's keeping his private life private, and she doesn't want to be she doesn't want to be in the public. And if you go on Joe Rogan to say this, like you're just confirming that this is some sort of scam. Right. Yeah, that's all he brings on the show now, scammers.
Yeah. Even his teammates is like, who? I never heard of this person before. All right, like, nah, bro, she Creole.
I'm putting it. Look, this is a final poll question. All right, this is a final poll question. Okay. You're gonna type 1 for yes. Hold on, don't do it yet. Don't do it yet.
AX, I thought the same thing. At first when I saw it, I was like, why is that Joe Flacco? But then I looked, it's like, no, it's Aaron.
All right, 1 for yes, 2 for no. Is she real? That's all I want to know. That's why she said that's Joe Flacco. No. We have picture video confirmation of Joe Flacco's wife. Okay. There's no pictures whatsoever of Aaron Rodgers' wife. Mind you, he's dated nothing but celebrities.
Yep.
Right. High profile people. He loves going to like these red carpet things and whatnot with someone on his arm. And then all of a sudden he goes from that to, we didn't even hear about him dating Brittany.
Right.
Okay. It was just real quiet. And then all of a sudden he's married and she's very private and there's no photos leaked. There's no confirmation of them getting married. There's no pictures of them leaving the house anywhere, because like TMZ be on top of this stuff, or some media outlet.
Right.
But there is nothing whatsoever, and
nobody talking about being at the wedding.
Yeah, and this is coming from a known liar. This man lies. This man lies. All right. Armstrong said 2 + 2 + 2 + 2 + 2. Your 2 only counts one time. You gotta put 1, 2 in there. Okay.
It's great.
Nobody believes the story. Wait, Steele, what happened? Still mad at you? Still mad disappeared. He's like, oh, I gotta go.
Hey,
I'm gonna grab him. He's like,
you ain't even put one up for your man's? Like,
yeah, what? You're not gonna defend. Okay, all right. Steele, truce. Okay, because because Steelers fans don't have to defend this guy. He's nothing to you.
True.
He's not the same Aaron Rodgers that you used to know. He hasn't done anything for your organization. You don't have to defend this guy. All right. You don't have to put up with this nonsense. All right. Do you believe Aaron Rodgers' wife is real? Okay. You can say no. All right. That's not a reflection of the Steelers organization. Right. Clearly he's lying. He has a history of lying. All right. Don't believe this nonsense. Mouth wide open. She took too much of the ayahuasca.
No, Adam. This is justice for Manti.
Justice for Manti Te'o. You see that right there in the corner. Yes, right. Because yes, it's not Manti Te'o part 2. Manti was catfished. He was scammed
by his cousin.
Aaron Rodgers is doing the scamming. Okay. And this is right on par with the pathological liar too. There's no reason to lie. He just does it. Ain't nobody ask you about this. Right?
Yo.
Bring it up.
Meat Man said, this Pat McAfee with a wig. That hurt.
But that's the other thing too, right? That's supposed to be his friend, Pat McAfee. I didn't see anything, at least. I didn't see any articles where he was quoted on Pat McAfee talking about her. Right? You talk about her on Joe Rogan, but not Pat McAfee. Because even Pat McAfee will ask,
right,
dude, when did this happen? Where are the pictures? Like, he'll ask some follow-up questions that he doesn't want to answer. Joe Rogan's going to sit there like, huh, okay, yeah. Right? He's not going to ask any questions.
Because Pat's going to be like, why wasn't I invited to the wedding?
Right. Yeah. He got a sock puppet in the jar of ayahuasca.
You never know. Listen, psychedelics in a cave by yourself, you don't know what goes on.
Well, somebody said it yesterday. She lives in that cave. A little fun. We're having a little fun, but that I'm going to be on that all year round. Okay, I had no idea this was a thing. Dude still rocking a kicker strap. Get him out of here. Steele was at the wedding. Yeah, Steel Mag was at the wedding. He saw her.
Okay.
All right, just have a little fun here. Just have a little fun. That's the last question. Yeah, we definitely went over our time. All right, this is only, and for those of you who are new, this show is only supposed to be about 45 minutes. You're supposed to do this before going into work. All right. But we're having too much fun today. All right. But listen, yes, that was hilarious. Go check out LBHTShow.com. If you didn't see me post it earlier, this is unofficial. It's not an official launch yet because I'm still working out some things. If you run into a few bugs, that's actually good. Let us know so we can fix them now before the season starts. This is the inaugural year, and you're going to see some changes. I'm always making some changes to the website, but sign up to the website. That gives you access to the Pick'em League. Right, you have your account on there. It'll keep track of your record. You can make picks, all that stuff, and when the season starts, it's going to be a lot of fun. And you like if you've been on the website, you see that leaderboard, that pick'em leaderboard. If you're wondering what that leads to, it's to this pick'em league. So every week you make your picks, and the leaderboard will update. The top 5 will show up on the homepage. You'll get some badges. If you win, whatever week, if you make perfect scores, all that stuff. There's all kinds of badges on there. But I haven't decided if it's going to be 50 or 75 yet. But the first 50 to 75 people that sign up for membership get a founding member badge.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
So be one of those first. Go in there and sign up and get ready for the season. But we're going to make this announcement closer to the start of the regular season. But I'm letting y'all know right now because it's up there. Right. You should be able to access it. And yeah, if you got any problems, just let us know. Hit us up.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is please do. Your boy needs some competition. You're 6-time Pick'em's League champion. I need competition. I need somebody to push me a little bit, because I'm tired of winning titles. I'm tired of winning titles. Like when it comes to picking games, ain't nobody better.
Davon mentioned it earlier. No need to go to ESPN app anymore because those apps, ESPN and Sleeper, it's too much going on there, and it's it's hard to keep up. This is pretty simple. You saw the layout. It's very user friendly. You sign in, you make your picks. You can make picks for all the weeks at once if you want to. And you can set it and forget it. You can go back and check. I mean, you should go back and check every week. Check where you are on the leaderboard. But this is better than ESPN. I promise you. This is better than ESPN. It's better than Sleeper. And I use all those apps. This is better than that. Okay. So go sign up. Lamar's down years are career years for most QBs. Think about that. Facts.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
You gotta retire like Kevin Hart, Hendo.
I'm about to, bro, because I gotta let somebody else win. When you start winning too much, you get hated, and they hate me.
Hey, this is the World Cup of pick'em leagues because there's only one. It's only one league. You're not going in there and creating your own league. This is one league. We are all in the same league
for all the marbles.
This is the one league to rule them all. So we'll see who's like that. Okay, everybody can sign up. You can play the experts, and we'll see where the chips fall. Okay. All right. Yeah. One. It's just one. We'll see what's up. We'll see, and we will be making weekly updates. I promise you.
Don't be last.
There's gonna be a badge for the last place too.
Yeah.
It better not be because you didn't make your picks. You didn't make any picks. That doesn't count. You got to participate.
You made your picks, and you're just not good at it. We will clown you mercilessly.
We're not going to clown you. We're not going to clown you.
I'm sorry.
We're going to give you.
I'm going to clown you.
It depends on who it is.
You're a newbie.
All right, y'all.
If they're a newbie, I ain't gonna clown my head.
No.
If somebody that run their mouth like world class,
is it fantasy?
I have a fantasy league with 2 openings, but you have to become a patron member, $5 minimum. I have 2 spots open.
There you go. So go inside. Oh, you know what? Me and B have to do an explainer video for our other fantasy league, for our new dynasty league starting up. I gotta tell B about that. Because the draft we're going to do in a couple weeks. But I need to make sure everybody understands the rules. Let me sign up. For Hendo's league, like I said, go to his Patreon. Patreon.com/ROUG is how you sign up for the fantasy league. If you want to sign up for the Pick'em League, that's all free. LBHTShow.com. Just sign up. And you want to sign up anyway because the Pick'em League is one of many things to come. You want to have an account on the site. It's free.
Beginning.
It's going to keep track of all your stats and your badges and everything that you earn on there. But yeah, sign up to Patreon anyway. Patreon.com/ROUG, man. Hendo gives you a lot of content. You guys know what we do over here. We have the overtime show. It's for channel members and Patreon members. That happens every Wednesday after the main show, right? It's a lot of fun. We give you a lot of content for that $5. We promise you.
We ramp it up. We ramp it up some things. We are one of the few channels even though we don't make the most money, that give back a lot of stuff.
Yes.
A lot of stuff. Like
we try to.
We take our members and patrons to stadium tours. If you're in the area, we have to actually keep telling me I got to plan another one. So that should be upcoming. I just got to find a date where they have a Saturday available. Because for some reason, it's only Tuesdays and Thursday mornings at 9. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll work it out. Tanja, good morning. I will be part of the replay gang today. I'm late. Good morning. It's all good. You made it to the live stream to say good morning. We appreciate that. Thanks. All right. So, Kobe put a 1 in the chat for Steel Mac. The poll closed already, though. It closed. But there you go. Steel Mac, you have been represented in the chat. Okay, we looked out for you.
Nah, man, Kobe, he ran. He started and then ran.
We're going to okay, but don't worry, he'll have more opportunities because this will not be the last time we talk about this. Thanks. All right, I am going to DM Pablo Torre. I'm going to be sending DMs to Pablo Torre. Okay. At Pablo Torre on Twitter, wherever he's at, and tell Pablo this is the next thing that he needs to break. Pablo Torre is the premier investigative journalist in the industry right now. And if anybody can find out what's going on here, is Pablo Torre. All right. So we need to tag Pablo Torre and ask him, please look into this.
Or we can make our own parody video and do the research ourselves.
Okay. Y'all stay tuned. All right. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.